Hello, everybody. I am Drew Duncan. Do not forget that Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all at Drew Duncan Radio. Additionally, you can find me on YouTube and Patreon. Look for Drew Duncan Radio. And I am wherever you are listening to podcasts. Simply tell your device to play Drew Duncan on Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to podcasts. I am there. The Kansas City Chiefs come in with their high-flying offense, and the Tennessee Titans come in rumbling behind my man, Derrick Henry. Whew. Is Derrick Henry the new beast mode? Or is he like, I mean, how would you do that? Like beast mode 2.0? Is he just Derrick Henry? Is he in the league all by himself? I mean, guys like him deserve nicknames, right? Remember the fridge? Okay? Guys like Derrick Henry deserve nicknames. They have to have them. Well, I mean, what is it? Superman, Unstoppable, The Rock. There's got to be a nickname out there that is suitable, that describes Derrick Henry's power, speed, ability to stiff arm guys, his strength, his field vision. There's got to be, maybe we can create like a superhero just for Derrick Henry. I mean, think about it. All superheroes are super jacked. They're swole up. They're amazingly tall in stature, right? Comic books are larger than life, right? That's what Derrick Henry is right now. That dude is a freight train running. He's a freight train running on fire. This guy can't be stopped. Well, he can be. Everybody can be stopped. I mean, like I said, Lamar Jackson, there's a defense out there for him. You know, everybody can be stopped given the right set of matchups, game plans. But in the meantime, he's a freight train running on fire right now. I don't think that Kansas City's got the defense to be the one to put the flames out and hit the brakes. I'll tell you that right now. But here's the thing, though. What if they are able to stop Derrick Henry? You know, everybody keeps talking about Tennessee and what they need to do defensively. It's almost like a foregone conclusion that Derrick Henry's going to run for 300 yards and 7 touchdowns, and it's going to be the end of it. But here's my thing, though. Everybody is susceptible. And maybe Andy Reid has a game plan. And if he does, then it falls on the shoulders of Ryan Tannehill, who it may fall on the shoulders of anyways, because as good as Derrick Henry is, when you look at the amount of points that are being scored, Tennessee, well, they're in trouble. Baltimore's got a pretty good offense, okay? Regardless of whatever happened in that playoff game, Baltimore had a good offense, but Tennessee had their number. Because it's not quite open enough yet. Things I talked about before with Baltimore, I'm not going to get into that on this scenario, but it's just not quite open enough yet. Kansas City's offense is far more open. It's way more spread out. There's way more weapons. You got Kelsey, Hill, Watkins, Mahomes. I mean, easily the best core in the NFL, right? With still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, right? But he's also injured. Regardless of what anybody tells you, Mahomes is not playing at 100%. It's not happening. That doesn't mean he's not going to play good football. It just means that for the time being, he's not at 100%. Now, this is just a straight-up fact. And here's another straight-up fact for you. The Tennessee Titans could potentially have the defense to get it done, but Ryan Tannehill will have to play quarterback at some point in this game. That's just a fact of life. Because if Kansas City gets off and Mahomes starts getting off, and Travis Kelce and everybody else, and they start lighting it up all over the football field, I'm telling you what, if you're going to have to chase points with Kansas City, you're going to have to throw the football. Now, do I think Tannehill is capable? Yes, but that is not the style that they've been playing over the last few weeks. Now, I'm a big fan of Tannehill right now. Matter of fact, I was before. I said before in Miami, he was just in a bad situation. is a damn good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but he's not the leader of that football team right now. Maybe he is in other ways that we don't see, right? But right now, this is a team that goes as big number nasty 22 goes. You understand? So what's going to happen even if Derrick Henry's running all over the football field, but Kansas City's able to keep lighting you up? See, here's going to be the thing about this game that I'm going to love, right? This is the air raid versus the ground and pound. And I'm always a big fan of the ground and pound getting it done in these games. Obvious reasons: controlling the clock, keeping that other offense off of the football field, not giving them a lot of time. You want them to sit there, get cold, get anxious, get worried. You want to beat up on that defense. You want to control the line of scrimmage. You want them tired, okay? Especially if you're going to go under center and run the football like that. I mean, why not just run the hurry up? Don't let them change guys in and out. Man, if running the football starts working up the middle, just keep running it right up the middle until they prove that they can stop it. Wear them the hell down. Because I don't think 22 is going to get tired. I really don't. And I'll tell you this much, too. The Kansas City Chiefs, as I've said before 100 times over the course of the last couple of years, they're not a complete football team. It's either been really good defense and subpar offense or vice versa. And here's the other thing that I've been saying 100 times over for the last few years about this team, is that they are overrated. And the other thing I've been saying about this football team over the last few years is that they do not play full four-quarter games of football. I have never seen them look good from start to finish. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, they played lights out and they outscored the Texans 51-7. Yes, they did. After the first quarter, which they were down 24-0 to start that football game with. It is a case in point. And it's been case in point over and over and over again with this football team. I mean, at what point do they start and end the same way? And that is dominant, defiant, good, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't seem to be there for whatever reason. I'll tell you this much. I really think that this is going to be the better game to watch. Because I think deep down there's going to be a lot to it. And I think between these two offenses and these two defenses, we're probably going to see the best overall chess match, right? Because the Packers and Niners, it's going to be similar kind of offenses going against each other. You know, there's going to be obviously some differences, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty similar. And these defenses are going to be ready for that. This game is going to be far different. Far different. I think this is going to be a hell of a football game. Kansas City, after never having hosted an AFC Championship game at Arrowhead, is doing it in back-to-back seasons. I think the fans are hungry. I think for them this is a revenge tour. Whether or not they can get by Tennessee, though, is going to be predicated upon their ability to figure out a way to stop Derrick Henry, because as of the moment, there haven't been too many teams in the NFL that have figured out the formula to bring Big Nasty down. Guys, I am Drew Duncan. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all at Drew Duncan Radio. In addition, you can find me on YouTube and Patreon. Simply look for Drew Duncan Radio. And do not forget that I am wherever you are listening to podcasts. Simply tell your device to play Drew Duncan on Spreaker, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, CastBox, etc. I am wherever you are listening to podcasts. And as always, don't you dare touch that dial.